Here's the thing that's really important for us to see. It's also the reason why 90% of New Year's resolutions are forgotten by Valentine's Day. If you don't bring work to the table, if you don't bring commitment and discipline to the table, you choose not to expend effort to change your life, God will allow us to wallow in the misery that we've chosen for ourselves. God will initiate my rescue, but if I say, I don't really want that, or we try and sabotage the healing that God would bring, God will be like this, okay, kind of like Scrooge, be happy in the life you have chosen here. He won't rescue me from it. I've seen this all the time as a pastor, where I could see what it is that a person needed to do to change their life for the better. I could see it plain as day. How they could fix their marriage, how they could get on a better course. You've noticed this too with people, where people around you that you care for, you can see what they need to do. And it used to absolutely tear me up inside as a pastor. And then it dawned on me one day, I can't want it more than they do. It's their life. God has made them stewards of their existence. They have to want it and will it and work for it. But if I don't want it and will it and work for it, then God's not going to magically rescue me from the life I have chosen. And this is what Nehemiah chapter 1 is showing us. Think about it. The first generation of Jews that went back to start working on the city, they started well. They built the temple. Wow. Started building some of their houses. They did a courageous thing. Can you imagine the faith it must have taken to do that? They started well. But here we are 90 years later, and they're still living in rubble. Did they think to themselves that all they had to do was show up and God would do the rest? You know, my friends, it's not enough just to accept Christ and be baptized and then show up or tune in. Showing up is not enough. Those who do not show up, those who only show up and do not grow up will find their lives blowing up. Say that. Those who only show up and do not grow up will see their lives blowing up. I can't wait till we can take our masks off and we can start filling this place with noise again. You know that? We read in our Old Testament how all the time after time, God delivered Israel from some great enemy or fierce enemies that were stronger than their. But here's the thing, and you notice this. God never delivered his people without first asking them to put on the armor and take the field. You've got to take the field. Don't ask God to prosper you if you're not willing to get a job. Don't ask God to heal you if you're not willing to take care of your body. Don't ask God to take your addiction away if you're not willing to be accountable to somebody or enter a treatment program. Don't ask God to heal your marriage and say, but work on my spouse first. That's not how it works. You got to take the field. And those who cultivate that attitude like Nehemiah are going to experience great movement of God in their lives. And so question, will you take the field for Bridgeway in 2021? We've got a few loose ends that we need to tie up now in January over the next couple weeks. We've rested over the holidays, but we're going to wrap up our bylaws conversation soon. We're building a foundation on which to grow and move forward. We're going to finish that up. We're also going to finish up those conversations on women in ministry and human sexuality. We're going to rally around a common consensus here. And then on the 24th, on Sunday the 24th, after our worship service, we're having part 2 of our annual meeting, if you want to call it that. And we are going to put our hands on the plow, and we're not looking back anymore. We are going to look forward. And on that day and at that meeting, we're going to talk about the vision and hopes and dreams that God is laying on our heart for 2021 and beyond. And by God's grace, great things are coming. But the question is, friends, will you take the field with us?